going to go through the process of taking your translation shape, which is this one for me. I rotated it from that, and I'm going to select it. So I'm going to do a right click with my mouse, and or I could just do a Control C and I copy it. So I've just copied it, or you could click on this and copy it. Okay? Then I go to Paint. So on my computer, I can just click Paint. On your computer, you might have to go down here and type in MS Paint. No spaces. And then it should, when you hit enter, you should be able to go to the paint palette. Does that make sense? Then you can paste your figure that you copied. Okay? Now, from here I'm going to decorate it. So I'm going to take, say, this line tool is kind of a good one to use. Because I could pick a color and maybe make like a straight line. But what's really fun about this line tool is after I let go of the mouse, I can bend the line. Well, sometimes I can. I must have done that. Oh, I picked the wrong one. I should have picked the curve tool. So I can make a straight line, and then I can bend it. I can bend it more than one way. So that's kind of fun. You can do different things. You could take the straight line, or also you could change the color. So maybe I want to make that like yellow or green. I'll go orange. Okay, so then I'm going to take a straight line, and I'm going to make a straight line, and I'm going to go from here to here, just for fun, to make like a little hat. And then I'm going to pick up the paint bucket and fill it. Okay? Then I'm going to take another straight line, and I'm going to make it orange. Make it orange, and then I'm going to make a beak. And then I'm going to take a paint bucket here and fill my beak to be orange. Then I'm going to take a little oval, and I'm going to have my oval be a solid color, and I'll pick that to be black. And then I'll make the outline to be a solid color, and I think I can make it blue. I don't know if that'll work. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I just got the outline for some reason, but that's okay. So this is just trying to get you back and forth. I could probably paint the inside. Okay, so then, you can get fancy. That's about as fancy as I want to get right now, so we can move on. I'm going to paint my whole duck green. Okay, now I'm going to do the select. I'm going to drag a rectangle around the whole duck. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to a Word program. I'm going to make a new one. And then I'm going to paste it. So I just go up here and I paste. Okay, at this point, I would like to have two different decorated ducks so they can, when I paste them together, I see differences. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to do some changes. Like I'm going to make this duck, I'm going to take the paint bucket and change the beak color and change the hat color and the body color, change the hat color. Do something different. You can do all kinds of changes until you find something you like. Then select this one the same way. So I select this, I copy it. Now I'm going to go back to my Word program, and I'm going to paste another one. So here's where the problems start to happen. If you view one page, you'll see that these are here, but they don't move. Okay, so what do you do, Noel?
Go to Format.
Yep.
And then you go to Text Wrap.
Yeah, you go to Text Wrap.
And then you go through.
I said go through yesterday, and then it turns off when you go through. Let's watch what happens. You are allowed to move it then, but you can't move it off the page, and you need to for a tessellation. So that was a mistake that I made. You really want to go behind, because once you go behind, you can move it off the page. So that's a new thing. That's something I should have said differently yesterday. So I'm going to do the same thing that Noel said. I'm going to go to text wrap and I'm going to go behind, and now I can move it off the page. Okay, so far so good, but there's a background problem. Can you see that? So now you go to background. So if you don't see these pictures here, you click on format and they'll appear. Like suppose you didn't see them, you would click on format and here they all are. Go to remove background, and then you take this box and you stretch it so it's bigger than your shape, your actual figure that I've made, like bigger than my duck, for example. And then you take this red negative and say, I want to remove areas by clicking on them. I don't want the background there or there. And I'm going to keep the changes. Now, I did make one little mistake there on the beak, but I'm going to not worry about that because I can fix that. So now I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Make the box bigger. And then I'm going to mark these remove areas, keep changes. Now I should be able to piece them together. Okay, so one final thing that makes this look really nice, like if you look at my original shape, I'm going to copy this one more time right here, the whole duck, and I'm going to bring it into my new document. I'm going to paste it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the outline nice, thick, black. See how it gets a little thicker? Then, let's zoom in here a little bit to the page width. Then I can take this and stick it right on top of that duck. And you see this little problem here? It's going to go away because paint doesn't do as nice, clean work as Word, but it does more coloring. So I'm going to put it on top, and then I'm going to group it. So let's see how that groups. So now it has a nice outline. I should have, before I grouped it though, I should have copied it. So let me ungroup it real quick. I want to get a copy of that outline for my other one. So I'm going to group again. And now I'm going to do the same thing up here. So I group these. Now I go back to view a full page, and it'll be really nice for me to just start my ducks off the page and arrow in so there's a nice clean pair. Then I can shift these together, format, group two of them. Now this is not a glide reflection, but you can do all of this with a glide reflection and then just start pasting them together. Should I go ahead and make the border just to show you guys? Borders real quick. So let's just imagine I have more rows here. I'll put a couple quick rows in. So let's see if I want purple here, right? Okay, so pretend the whole page is covered. Then to do a border, you just go back to Insert. You go to Shapes. You take a rectangle. Start up here. See how my cursor sort of forms a little square with the left corner? Click and drag to down here where your cursor forms a little square with the bottom right corner. Go to Shape Fill and do a No Fill. Go to Shape Outline and pick a color. So maybe I'll pick purple. Okay, purple. And then go to Shape Outline and go to Weight and go to More Lines. And you are going to type in 100. And then you make this nice border. After you get your border, Go to Insert, go to Text Box, draw your own text box. When you draw your text box, it's going to have a black outline and a white fill. Don't worry about that yet. So move it to where you want to be. Now on your text box, just go to Shape Fill or click on the right here. And I think under Format Shape, you could say No Fill. And then Line Color, well, let's just do No Fill for a minute. See how it has no fill? Also, I can do Shape Outline and make it purple so it matches the border. And then when I put my typing in here, I want my typing to be something that stands out. So my typing, I'm going to make yellow. And then I could say the title, Ducks in a Row. And then I can say glide, or no, it's just a translation. A translation on a rectangle. And then because it doesn't all show up, if I just click on the right, you see all these little choices here? I can center it. I can make it bold. So I can select everything here. And try that again. Center it, make it bold, change the size. Where did it go? Change the size to like 18. But there's one other thing. You have to right click on it and go to, if you can get to paragraph, there's a way to do this. Might be, huh? I thought I could do it with a right click here. Paragraph right here. So hit paragraph and do no spacing after. So I did a lot of things here. I'll help you with some of this. And then it looks still like my font might be too big. So I'm going to just shrink my font down to about 14. And then stretch my text box out just a little bit. And then I've got a nice title. Then I'll take my text box, copy it down to the bottom, and put my name in it. So down here, I'm going to put my text box where I want it. And then instead of having the title, I'll just put my name. And that's it. So that gives you a lot to work on today. Okay, I'll post this. 13 minutes. I thought it would be 10.
This one?
Okay, so